It's Portal. I don't have to litigate it or anything. It's Portal. It was a good game in 2007. It's probably still a good game now. I haven't played it in forever. We're just going to start playing it. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2020. That mouse sensitivity.
My recommendation would be activate the portal.
Ah, hey, Din.
Uh-oh. I'm having... sound messed up. I'm gonna exit the call.
Okay.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun...
There we go.
and learning
Mic
how
and
to
speakers were set to
handle
different
small
things.
enrichment
Ah.
center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from... Stand back.
Hello,
The
DC.
portal will open in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we just learned a bunch of things. Apparently, if you flush, the thing says thank you for your business. And yes, you can break the cup. So yeah, this has just been on my replay backlog for a while, and we're gonna replay it.
It's a good thing to replay.
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test.
There's a lot of
First,
games that I
however, note the
keep installed that
incandescent
I'm like,
particle field
I would
across
save
the
so much
exit.
space if I
This
didn't.
Aperture Science
But I also want to
material
play them again.
emancipation grill will vaporize any unauthorized equipment
It's really
that
bad when
passes
it's an
through it.
RPG.
For instance,
Yeah.
the Aperture Science weighted storage cube.
Lord knows I cannot justify the 100+ hours I used to do
Yeah.
for games.
Have played Portal 2 before? Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely played Portal 2 and all that jazz.
Perfect. Please move quickly to the chamber lock, as the effects of prolonged exposure to the button are not part of this test.
It's crazy to think that in ye old 2007, from our enlightened time of 2020, in hindsight, God, I should have called it like Portal in hindsight. Hindsight is 2020. Anyway, it's crazy to think that there was nothing else like this.
Yeah. It is weird to
You're
think
doing
that
very well.
nobody had really
Please
done
be
sort of
advised that a noticeable taste of blood
this
is
sort of
not part
weird
any
teleporting
test
kinda game.
protocol, but is
Well, the
an
tech was
unintended side
really
effect
kind of like
the
mind-blowing at the
Aperture
time.
Science material emancipation grill, which may, in semi-rare cases,
Well, I mean, that's why Valve bought it.
emancipate dental
Yeah.
fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
I still really enjoy the comics.
I don't think I've read the comics. Not a lot of the whole, like,
Very
extended
good.
stuff.
You are now in possession
Oh,
of the
there's a lot of it
Aperture
that's not
Science
good,
handheld
but I-
portal device.
That kind of seemed like the
With
case.
it, you can create your
Yep.
own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid, even partially. Most importantly, under no circumstances should you... Please proceed to the chamber lock. Mind the gap.
Right, this is where they teach you use the reverse portal. Thank you.
Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested.
And this, I can't say with confidence that like this sort of like semi-abusive narration was like revolutionary at the time, but I don't think there was anything else quite like this in this context.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, like omnipresent narrator characters that kind of mock the player, I think, certainly have been around, but like none with this kind of like level of clinical danger.
Welcome to
Yeah.
Test Chamber 4. You're doing quite well. Once again, excellent work. As part of a required test protocol, we will not monitor the next test chamber. You will be entirely on your own. Good luck.
Just kind of blazing through these early ones. Probably don't need, like, the total closed captioning. Subtitles dialogue only, thank you. I keep forgetting that, like, Source does, like, the full-on closed captions for sounds and everything. You're not supposed to get stuck in there, come on. There we go. Come on, there we go.
Huh. I never remember what GLaDOS's full designation is. The genetic life form and disk operating
To
system.
ensure the safe performance of all authorized
I always forget that.
activities, do not destroy vital testing
Feels very
apparatus.
ambiguous of
As
like,
part
is it
of a required
is it
test
operating genetic
protocol,
life
a
forms,
previous
or is she a
statement
genetic life
suggesting
form?
that we would not monitor this chamber
Yeah.
was an outright fabrication.
There's more
Good
radios
job.
than I
As
remember.
part of a required test protocol, we will stop
I do love just the
enhancing
open the
truth
door.
in
There's the
3,
single radio.
2,
I see you're going through the process of removing all of the cameras.
I'm not gonna get them all, but, like, it's something to do. I mean, like, it's been probably at least 5 years, closer to 7 maybe, since I actually replayed this, but
While safety is one of many Enrichment Center goals, the Aperture Science high-energy pellet seen to the left of the chamber can and has
But,
caused
no.
unbelievable. You
Subject name here.
must be the pride of.
Subject hometown here.
oh, there were tags in the captions. Huh. Those don't quite work. Oh, radios were added way later for Portal 2, for advertising Portal 2. Got it. Okay. That's how long it's been since I replayed this, actually. I guess, since before
Warning
Portal 2
devices
came
are
out.
required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to
I remember I was
agitate the
introduced
high-energy
to
pellet
Portal by
and
a
have
friend of
therefore
mine
been
who,
disabled for your safety.
we were practicing for a rock band tournament. And as a break, during one of the breaks, he's like, "Have you ever played Portal?" And I was like, "No, what's that?" And he went, "I'm going to introduce you to puzzles." It was interesting. There were several where he was like, "Ah, yes, the solution everyone uses," and several where he went, "Wait, what?" I didn't think you could do it that way. Okay, well.
I think in my case it was like I was at a kind of sleepover with my friends, and someone had 360 in the orange box, and we just kind of went down the list. A little bit of Half-Life 2, then TF2, then Portal, and then later got it on Steam, I guess.
Back when Valve made games.
Yeah. Well, apparently they made a VR thing.
Well, they hired a studio to make a VR.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Please note that we have added a consequence for failure. Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record, followed by death. Good luck.
Oh, so the radios have like CCTV signals, and it's like huge ARG. Right, got it.
Yeah. They do like those things, don't they?
They like them a lot. Well, like Portal 1 had a bit of an ARG too. And like the biggest, the Portal itself is kind of the big Half-Life ARG, really.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of like the thing everyone wanted to know was would Chell and Gordon Freeman
Very
ever meet?
impressive. Please note that any appearance of danger is merely a device to
And yes,
enhance
we
your
can't
testing
forget Portal
experience.
3, aka Lego Dimension.
Yeah. Or that Flash Portal or Marui Zero, yeah. Again, it's in 2020, Portal is everywhere now. In spirit and in...
The Enrichment Center regrets
Imitation.
to inform you that this next test is impossible. Make no attempt to solve it.
Oh, right. Right, Emancipation Grid puzzle. Alright, now I have to stop and think.
I do like that it tells you all the possible dangers from the get-go.
That is still
The
very nice
Enrichment
touch.
Center apologizes for this clearly broken test chamber. Fantastic. You remain resolute and resourceful in an atmosphere of extreme pessimism.
That's a nice little touch that the elevator wasn't even down yet. Like, what, 18 test chambers?
I think so.
Wonder when I'll start actually slowing down.
Hello again.
I don't even have,
To
like...
reiterate, previous one.
Don't even have like the...
the full portal gun yet.
No, you don't.
I forgot how long this goes. Ah, flinging, here we go.
Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
Oh, you want that there. Got it.
Whee!
Momentum, a function of mass and velocity, is conserved between portals. In layman's terms, speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out.
For the layman, speedy thing becomes still speedy thing.
Speedy thing comes in, speedy thing goes out. I do love Ellen McLean.
Yeah.
She did good.
Still does good in any time she has a cameo.
Pretty much, yeah. I do love that she
The Enrichment Center promises to always provide.
Lord,
a
I do love
safe
that as soon as they found out she was an opera singer, Jonathan Colton was like, well, let me write an opera, I guess.
To always provide useful advice. For instance, the floor here will kill you.
yeah.
Try to avoid it.
I didn't realize she was the witch in Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2.
I mean, yeah, they were making a bunch of games around that time, might as well.
Yeah. I knew she was the announcer from Team Fortress 2 as well, but I didn't know she did Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, was a house VA, yeah. And Sniper's her husband? Oh.
Yep.
Did that work? That did work.
Also, she wrote her own song for GLaDOS,
Nice.
which I'm going
Okay,
to link
that
in the chat.
that struggled for a bit.
Oh, now I'm seeing it.
Yeah, that portal placement did not agree with the terrain a little bit. All right, here we go.
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture 2 linked portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. I
wonder what happens if you get shot by the portal gun in this.
I think it just goes through you.
Subject hometown, here.
I was on the TV tropes page for Portal just because I was like, I wonder if, I figure if anyone had any record of previous sort of like, caustic narrators. TV tropes would have it. And I ended up on the character page. The weighted companion cube has their own entry.
Of course it does.
Voiced by no one, as it in fact cannot speak.
I mean, I'd say it was a meme, but like the game makes it a meme.
Apparently, it was because the beta testers did not realize they needed it to finish the level.
Right, yeah. I think I remember that from the dev commentary. Get that centered good.
I believe you can check how many official things there are at
Check
the little... how many official test chambers there are on that little placard that says, like, here's all of the dangers you will face.
Right, yeah. It's X out of something, yeah.
Whee!
Remember someone breaking the game so that two portals intersect and they had a voice line for it? Or was that 2? Sounds like something it'd be in 2.
I bet I can Google it.
Like there's a bunch of like edge cases they have a line for in Portal 2.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this one was just more like...
Basically a glorified tech demo, but...
I went to the school that this group came from before they got picked up by Valve.
Mm-hmm.
I think I played the Paint game before that got picked up by Valve for Portal 2.
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out. An intubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with peptic salve and adrenaline.
Right. Feel free to pass out. I've definitely replayed Portal 2 more recently than Portal 1, so like a lot of these concepts are pretty, I don't know, not old hat, but like grokking them pretty fast. I need to get back there and get the other box, don't I do.
Box quest.
It can at times be kind of a chill game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the ambiance is just
As part of a
always
previously
creepy.
mentioned required test protocol, we can no longer lie to you. When the testing is over, you will be missed.
It's just very weirdly sterile.
Yeah, but like there's always this like humming and machinery and whatnot, and increasing number of things that can kill you. Or
To be fair,
19, right?
To be fair, you are basically a virus
All
inside
subjects
GLaDOS's
intending to handle
body.
high-energy
Kinda,
gamma
yeah.
leaking portal technology must be informed that they may be informed of applicable regulatory compliance issues. No further
And there's
compliance
19 official
information
chambers,
is
and then
required or will be provided.
several-
And you are an excellent test subject.
Weird ones.
Yeah. Right, you need to fling yourself upwards onto a spot with no portal surfaces. Except that the camera is not terribly fast at this.
Nope.
There we go. I think they did, like, increase the swapping, like, camera swapping for Portal 2.
I think they had to be.
Yeah, because this was not helpful. Now we need to get, I'm guessing, yeah, we need that from this room. Ah, now they introduce the dip.
The speedrun tech for any game that uses physics is wild.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and put this portal where I need it to be, more or less. Well, it's going to be a little more interesting than that, but... let's go ahead and... over here. Quickly dip through. Oh, don't disappear. Crap. Right. That timing is a little interesting. Well, I've got that. I'll just keep that orange there and then carry the blue across the moving platforms. Why not? It'll be slow, but whatever. The whole energy ball disappearing after a certain amount of time is probably not necessary, I'd argue. It's either that or boiling oil. Yeah, I mean...
Well, if it didn't disappear, then the, like, generation of it might
Very good.
create
A
this
complimentary
impenetrable
victory
wall of
lift has
death.
been activated in
Yeah.
the main chamber.
What if the ball gets stuck? That's true. You can get the ball stuck.
Yeah, that too.
Well, that one was a little more involved. Here we go. Starting to get into the real stuff.
Woo!
The Enrichment Center is committed to the well-being of all participants. Cake and brief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
Right, and then the ball can bounce off the cube and then go in every which way. Right. You need to do... Alright. That. Oh, you usually just do the fling trick in that room? Oh. Huh. Oh, another skip there. Right, this room. Oh, alright. Right, you gotta do kind of a double fling here. There we go. And there goes. Basic physics. Have I ever played Antichamber? No, I have not. There's a bunch of, like, Portal-like puzzle games I haven't played. Mostly because, like, I don't know. Puzzle design's pretty important to me. And if it's not great, then I'm not gonna have a good time. Antichamber is just a tribute portal. It might be worth checking out.
Puzzle games always seem like they're really hard to make.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
For your own safety, do
It's
not
like, if you
destroy
can get one, good
vital
on you,
testing
but man,
apparatus.
the good ones are great, the bad ones are bad.
Yeah. So I'm very wary about puzzle games, and also, like, sometimes games can be kind of creepy, and I don't really like that. Oh. Right. Alright, let's get that bouncing in that direction, and then...
Did you know you can donate one or all of your vital organs to the Aperture Science Self-Esteem Fund for Girls? It's true.
Antichamber's not a scary game. I mean, I'm a bit of a baby, so... that... anything with a sort of, like, creepy ambiance. Like, a perfect example, actually. Soma came out with a no danger mode, where you can't die. And it still creeps me
Due to
out.
mandatory scheduled
To be
maintenance,
fair, Soma is a
the
very
appropriate
creepy
chamber
game.
for this testing
Yeah.
sequence is currently
But, like,
unavailable. It has
turns
been
out the
replaced
thing I don't
with a
like
live fire
is not
course designed for
having monsters in my
military
face.
androids.
It's
the
having
Enrichment Center apologizes for
loud
the
sounds
inconvenience
directly in
and
my
wishes
ears,
you the best
very
of
suddenly.
luck.
And Soma still has that on the safe mode.
Mm-hmm.
Certain objects may be vital to your success. Do not destroy testing apparatus.
Catherine.
Catherine doesn't scare me.
Is it the fact that it's anime? I feel
Yeah.
like that might have something to do with it.
Anime doesn't scare me so much. It's unless they pull out like the screeching sounds and whatnot.
That's not scary so much as it is startling.
I hate being startled in that way.
Me too. Like I'm not disagreeing with in the concept of it sucks. I'm just saying I don't. I feel like that's one of those things that's like here's a distinction.
Well, like creepy ambience is really I mean sound. I really do mean sound in that case. And also, probably worth mentioning while we're talking about stuff that freaks me out, when I first played this level, I literally crawled through it. This is the creepiest thing, because this is like actual, like, violent death coming your way.
Mm-hmm. Plus the
Are you still there?
those damn turrets.
Yeah, this is unsettling and terrifying if you're not ready for it. After a while, you start, you almost start to like kind of rehabilitate the baby turrets. They're almost cute, especially in 2. Mm-hmm. Oh, hi! You came back through the portal. I just sat down and almost shot me in the back. Hi there.
I am still a big fan of the what is it called? The Prophet turret from Portal
Oh,
2.
Yeah.
The one that just says,
Prometheus gave fire to men and was pecked by birds.
I don't know why I love that so much. It just really do.
I mean, they really, for Portal 2, I think the strongest thing they went for was just making a lot of really cute characters.
Mm-hmm.
cute and, like, you know, terrifying in that Portal way. Like, scary and dangerous in that, like, willfully ignorant way. But they really went down on the robot characters and went full double down on the robot characters.
Yeah. Willfully ignorant is, I believe, the official designation of the Wheatley Corps.
Yeah. Oh, there's my blood splatter. Right, I need to use the boxes to do the thing. Got it.
One bullet hole made all of that blood.
Oh, it's like a couple of bullets through my unarmored, you know. There's Cube as well. I think I have... Thing is, I think I have Cube 2 from a bundle. Not entirely sure. Whoop.
I think my sort of, like, favorite mildly disconcerting game was Eversion.
I don't recall that one.
It's a freeware puzzle platformer, where you know, you play this like orange blob man with legs. It's very like Popo's Adventure kind of design. But the platforms, you can't always make it through the yeah, it is the game that goes nightmare at the end. But you basically, every time you encounter a situation where it's like, there's literally no way for me to access, you can go a, quote, layer deeper, which is basically a, like, it's a state where every, like, time has advanced. And so, like, trees are dead, enemies are slowing down, and all this other stuff. It's spooky as you go on, because at a certain point you have to keep going layers deeper.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, by the end it's very like nightmare mode. And even though it's like not there's not like anything that you know keeps me up at night about it, it's still one of those things like whoa, spooky.
Yeah.
See if I can find. Oh, it's on Steam now. Neat. I didn't realize it was on Steam.
But like, so on top of like having all these creepy turrets that are placed in spots where you pretty much have to like poke out and risk getting shot, you've got this hum in the background that is very kind of oppressive.
Oh yeah, fluorescent lights.
And fluorescent lights, yeah. Come on. And then they give you that. I don't think the Source engine likes being streamed.
You don't say.
Yeah, shocking developments.
Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
Okay, come on.
Shutting down.
I got through the nightmare.
Android, the Enrichment Center once again reminds you that Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent at
Oh,
the
this is where
first
Android
sign
Hell
of
comes from.
defiance.
Got it. I forgot. Oh, thanks for gifting me Antechamber on Steam. Thank you. Thank you, Mountain. Babies defeated, yes. I might take a look at Antechamber then.
The vital apparatus vent will deliver a weighted companion cube in 3, 2, 1.
It's companion cube time.
This weighted companion cube will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it.
So people just ignored the cube and then they decided to make it a companion. Is that the idea?
basically they
Symptoms most
went through the
commonly
process and it was
produced by
like,
enrichment
oh,
center
we need this
testing
cube
on
to solve the
superstition,
puzzles.
perceiving
Ugh.
inanimate objects as
Okay, I
alive,
guess I'll go back
and
for it or
hallucinations.
whatever.
The
And so they were
enrichment
like, well,
center
we
reminds
would
you
rather
that the
avoid that
weighted
kind
companion
of
cube will
negative
never threaten to
reaction.
stab you
Yeah.
and, in fact,
So we'll
cannot
just
speak.
make it plot relevant. And then later they were like, oh wait, we can use this to show how the game is supposed to end.
Alright, what's the timing I want here? Probably want to go backwards with it facing. Oh, that's not chaotic at all. Right, this room. This is I remember this room being a real bugbear. First time I played it.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it's like, okay, you've got to get all your ducks in a row right here, right now.
Yep. I look forward to having someone in our Sunday game say something is their bugbear, just for the response of, "Hey, wait a minute."
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of stuff to look at in here, but I don't actually care. Oh, yeah, we gotta use the cube to do that. Oh. There's that. Gotta put that there. Wait, is there a surface back there I can use one of those? There is, of course.
Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
Come on now. I think that solution
The
took me the
enrichment
longest to
center
figure
reminds
out.
you that the weighted companion cube cannot speak. In the event that the weighted companion cube does speak, the enrichment center urges you to disregard its advice.
Oh, and then you gotta do that with that. Lovely. Alright then. Assume that this one's closed, so I need the other one.
Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
Alright, so put the blue one there, and then race back over and try not to get vaporized. I can never figure out the whole, like, super fast movement in Source. The hopping. That's supposed to be really good. And this,
Given up on trying to do anything speedrunny.
yeah, well, like, at the very least, the basic movement tech kind of escapes me. Alright, let it pass. There we go. Oop. I can do crouch hopping, and that's about it. Which is explicitly not speedrun tech. That's just normal tech that you need.
You did it. The weighted companion cube certainly brought you good luck. However, it cannot accompany you for the rest of the test and, unfortunately,
Oh, and then they do
must be
this.
euthanized. Please escort your companion cube to the Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence Incinerator. You euthanized your faithful companion cube more quickly than any test subject on record. Congratulations.
Right. That's the thing. It's a box, guys.
Lego Dimensions, it's full of bones.
What?
In Lego Dimensions, the companion cube is full of bones because whatever was in there was alive
The
at one point.
experiment is nearing
lovely.
its conclusion. The Enrichment Center is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
Uh-oh. Well, that was unexpected.
The experiment is nearing its conclusion. The Enrichment Center is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
Well, they really don't hide these little sections, do they? And that radio is starting to piss me off. Right, you gotta make these jumps now. Oh. Something like that. Oh, okay. Not disorienting at all. Need to... I got a fling. Got it. Nope. Too little. Oh, you can stand on the edges of portals and walls? Yeah. You have to basically just, like, brace yourself against that. Naturally. So this remained great, not gonna lie. The thing they kind of stopped doing in 2 is making you jump into walls over pits to get to a portal. You can put a portal on the ground where you spawn. Oh, yeah, this is a valid space, isn't it? Well, I'm just dumb. For some reason, one of those platforms didn't let me do that, so I kind of made an assumption from there. Okay, this is wholesome. Ah, come on. Okay. Somehow I'm still alive. Come on now. Now the balls just keep going in every which way. The source still does not like being streamed. Okay.
Acquired 15 bullets.
Certainly did. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, so that's a very short timer. And there we are.
He does the whole bullet as Portal 2 demonstrates.
Oh yeah, that... Right, Portal 2 also went in on the real, like, wasteful absurdity of Aperture Laboratories.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Portal 1 was just...
Just implied it with their slideshows.
Yeah. You know, callous disregard for human life in test chamber form.
Man, I am trying to picture the architect who has to design this room and just being like, so what are we putting at the bottom?
Oh dear. How do we go about flinging? Oh, right, the reset time on this particular puzzle is great.
Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
I got 11 of 33 cameras. I'm not getting them all. Right, how do we achieve the fling? Doesn't look like there's anything on... Oh, there it is. Looking at the puzzle explains the puzzle. Maybe it was meant to be a swimming pool with a high dive. Doubtful.
That's quite the high dive.
There was Portal 2 for schools, so architects all possibility of being canonically children. Ugh.
As though I didn't have enough reason to dislike children.
Alright, got there.
Would I have made a room like this if I was 8 and frustrated? Probably.
I mean, that's the Steam Workshop, though.
Yeah, I think I would have had a shark in there, though. Or a dinosaur.
Alright, here we go. Just old enough to process the complexity of redirected harm, just small enough to not fully contain it. Oh, yep, that was a floor portal. There we go. Dinosaur machine broke. What?
Dinosaur machine broke.
Oh, this room is lovely. Orange. Gotta keep track of which portal you're trying to jump through. Alright. That was a lot harder first time
Be
around.
advised that the next test requires exposure to
I was
uninsulated electrical
significantly bad
parts
at this
that may
one.
be dangerous under certain conditions. For
Just
more
'cause I did not have the
information,
reflexes,
please
too.
attend an Enrichment Center
Like-
Electrical Safety Seminar.
Aim.
Especially on a controller. That required some precise movement.
Some mice work.
Yeah. Rule 95, concentrate. Rule 96, aim. Thank you, Logis.
Welcome
19
to
of
the final
19.
test. When you are done, you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex. Enrichment Center
I have 3 words for
regulations
Chell.
require both
She's
hands
retired.
To be empty before any cake.
Alright, now I've got to ride this thing to our doom. I remember this. We also got to be a little fast about it, or timing's got to be good. Oh, right. Can I? Nope. Okay. I forget how to get past that little bit.
Just aim the bullet up.
Oh, right.
Vital testing apparatus destroyed.
Right, that's the one that doesn't regenerate. It's just eternal. Sort of my other kind of problem with both games is that I kind of go with like the first idea that comes to mind. Not always like fully think it through.
Congratulations. The test is now over.
Ah, here we go.
All Aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees
I had a similar
Kelvin.
problem. I was playing
Rest assured that
Human
there is
Resource
absolutely
Machine
no
and
chance
7
that
billion
dangerous
humans.
equipment malfunction prior to your victory
and
incandescence.
boy, am I
Thank
bad
you
at
for
programming.
participating in this Aperture
So,
Science computer
it took me a while.
activity. Goodbye.
I love how long it takes just to...
Yeah, it specifically slows down. There we go.
What are you doing? Stop it. We are pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going to murder you.
And then the AI has
We are
a
very, very happy for your success.
time trying to
We
figure
are
out like,
throwing
wait,
a party in honor of your
GLaDOS is
tremendous
very
success.
confused. This is not supposed to happen.
Place the device
She is
on
not
the
quite
ground
good at
and
improvising
lie on
it.
your stomach with
I
your arms
wonder
at your
how
sides.
many people
A party
actually
associate will arrive shortly to
made it
collect
to
you
this
for your
final
party.
room.
Make no further attempt to
That
leave
is
the testing
a
area.
good question.
Assume the party escort submission
Because
position or
you
will
aren't the
miss
first
party.
test.
No, there's definitely like an idea that Chell is like the last living human test subject to be revived.
Yeah, I meant in University C. Obviously, there's a lot of... I let myself die the first time I did this because I did not process what was happening.
It's kind of terrifying, especially once they get that music playing. And now the whole urban exploration thing, and realizing you can shoot through grates and open doors.
It's weird to think that doors were not introduced until the very end.
Yeah.
Yes, and now you're finally out of the tutorial. Player contentedly burns in place. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Let's see. And yes, now you see there's just this huge unmaintained complex. Okay, how do... Where to?
Why would GLaDOS need to maintain it? Who is she trying to impress? Her neighbors?
Yeah. Guess we can just make that jump. Looks like I'm gonna have to jump. An old observation room. Right, the whole Half-Life thing of doors only open from one side.
For reasons we will not explain ever.
Yeah. I've been actually playing through Black Mesa recently, the Source remake of Half-Life 1. Been a fair bit of fun. And here we can look at previous test chambers. There were observation rooms. They're all empty now. No one was watching. No one living was participating in any of this.
The first time I played through this, I just went, "Oh, they saw me escape, and now they're running for their lives."
That's not an unfair assumption. Ah. Whoopsie. There we go. Fling that way. Whoop.
What are you doing?
Glad I was faintly in the background.
You know, you're not even going the right way. Hello, is anyone there?
Steal their mail, acquire the recipes. And now these terrifying air tunnels.
Okay, the test is over now. You win. Go back to the recovery annex for your cake. It was a fun test, and we're all impressed at how much you won. The test is over. Come back.
And Gladys is just desperately trying to get you to come back and improvising with, "Oh, the cake. It's your cake. It's waiting for you. It's fine. Please come back. This is not. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand."
I mean, to be fair, she did bake a cake.
There was a cake.
It just wasn't for you.
Yeah.
Who was it for? Metal Gear. Sorry, I just realized how I sounded when I said, "Who was that cake for?"
I need to get above this thing somehow. I forget. Oh, here we go. There it is. There we are. Nope, not yet.
I remember most of these puzzles.
Disoriented by the camera again. Ah, come on. There we are. Alright, finally got a loading transition.
Woo!
Good old Half-Life, you're in a hallway, time to load the next section.
You're not even going the right way. Where do you think you're going? Because I don't think you're going.
Yay!
Where
An
do you
animated
think
thing I
you're going?
kickstarted is coming out this year.
Hooray!
Hooray indeed! No official release date yet, but sometime!
Let's see. No ladders here. Alright, get. Actually, I can just jump from there to there, but do it this way. Not being crushed today, thank you.
Hooray!
is not where I need to go. I need to get up there somehow. Ah, you can just kind of see a portable surface from here. Bada bing.
But also, bada boom.
Ah.
Didn't we have some fun, though? Remember when the platform was sliding into the fire pit and I said goodbye, and you were like, don't worry. And then that was all. We pretended we were going to murder.
Clatter's more
Word.
like clatter.
That was great. Is anyone there?
You know, this... Maybe it's the benefit of hindsight, but GLaDOS really just sounds so desperate.
Mm-hmm.
It
The
is.
subs say bada boom.
It really just comes across as like, I don't know. Just please? I don't understand.
Look, I have two ways of interacting with people. Murdering them
And testing.
or testing them. And I can't do either to you now.
Cake? We had some fun.
This isn't safe for you. It's not too late for you to turn back.
This place isn't safe. The testing chambers are at least controlled environments. I don't
Humans
understand.
consume matter?
They enjoy and like cake, I think.
I'm definitely not angry. Just go back.
She doesn't even sound angry. It's just like, please?
Well, I mean, if you believe the theory that, you know, Chell Am daughter makes sense.
I don't know if I buy that, but I'm just kind of on the wavelength of, I'm an AI who has never had to deal with this.
Oh, sorry, I meant in regards to Starbane's thing.
Oh.
So GLaDOS is kind of like a big mechanical tsundere.
Someday we'll remember this and laugh, and laugh, and laugh.
Ooh, nearly died. Okay.
Well,
Only took a slight dip in the,
In the dip.
In the dip, yeah. Man, it's been, like, barely a little more than an hour.
Yeah. It's almost like Portal's a short game.
Yeah. I remember it being 3 hours, but apparently it's like an hour and a half if you...
Know what you're doing.
Yeah. Oh, this ain't...
I was talking to my some friends the other day about tsunderes and how I really, really hope, or I really just want to see an anime where, you know, the supposed tsundere character says, you know, the oh so typical line of, it's not like I like you or anything, idiot.
Ah, we were still active. God, sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, never mind. I'll wait. I'll wait till Puzzle am done.
This is the puzzle where they threaten to shoot you a bunch. Oh, they do indicate it with like those little plumes of smoke. Interesting.
This is the part where they shoot you.
Ah! Jeez, come on. Around here, there's a way. There we go.
you're not a good person. You know that, right?
And now this is where she starts insulting you.
Don't end up here.
Appealing to your guilt. Trying to get Guilty to come back, because she's just cycling through whatever... She has no control, and all she can do is like try to emotionally manipulate you. She tried cake, she tried fear, now she's just trying guilt, and...
But what I was saying is, I really want to see an anime or something where the tsundere character says the, you know, typical, you know, it's not like I like you or anything, and just legitimately means it because it's just common courtesy or whatever.
Yeah.
I just really want to hear those lines given with like either malice or apathy.
Yeah. It's like, Look, I don't like you, but
It's not like I like you or anything, moron.
I'm not kidding now. Turn back, or I will kill you.
Yes, the three emotions: cake, fear, and guilt.
I'm
Yeah.
going to kill you, and all the cake is gone. You don't
I
even
felt 2 of
care,
those this
do
morning.
you? This is your last chance.
I will kill you. There is no cake. This is your last chance. You are terrible. Just full-on panic mode. Oh, right, the rocket launcher. Wonder why they stopped doing this thing.
I like the rocket core.
Just, yes. Been a while since we've seen Rocket Core.
Why did you exist, rocket core? I don't know.
Oh, right, we need
Why
to,
did they put you in a room?
We have to use portals with the rocket. To get to break all that glass.
Why did they put the rocket core in a room that has glass that can be broken?
I guess that was the point. I don't know.
No, you know what? Clearly it was some sort of, yeah, we have located Aperture Science and Speed Highway putting rockets in weird-ass places. Clearly, since there's an observation room on both sides, the intent is some sort of sociological experiment of how do you react.
Do this. Whoa. I think one of my portal shots got caught on some geometry.
Can't wait to see this. Oh!
Oh.
Wild.
And again. We're just gonna appreciate this for a second.
It's holding open the door for you.
Just these... I've never, like, appreciated these particle effects.
They look like,
Kind of like Winamp visualizers.
yeah. They remind me of the, there's some software I use when I'm doing Pro Tools stuff to test the, like, stereo width of something, and it looks like that.
Yeah. Well, I've got to reset my portals, I think. Oh, I guess not, but they're just there.
Wild.
That is extremely wild. There we go.
Behold the proof of string theory!
Come on, can I get at least here? Okay.
Thanks, Ratman, for knowing where we're going, I guess?
That is... I mean, I think, like... Ratman is kind of like, how do we justify putting these X's above where you need to drop on the boxes on top of the turrets? How do we justify this signposting? Oh, great. Slippery muck. A big giant sewer. Oh, right.
Oh,
then
right.
This thing.
I just remembered that the comic Ratman's mildly psychic.
Oh,
When he's off his medications, he can kind of sort of see the future.
right.
Kind of.
Right, this room where it's the sort of semi mini boss thing.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get through all this without being shot? I think you know the turrets.
But do you?
You get through like 12 of them, and then you like, well, they cover every angle except themselves. So
I was raised by them.
ugh, raised by turrets. I mean that's literally a thing. That's in one of the commercials.
Put me down.
I do, this is a very, very mild thing, but I really do appreciate in the Harley Quinn series, they just have Bane talk like that. He's clearly Bane, like, you know, comic book version Bane, but for whatever reason, he talks like movie Bane.
No.
There's a pretty goofy line from, like, I guess it's episode 2, I think, where, Joker is trying to rag on Harley to these other supervillains and be like, you know she has HPV! And Bane just looks at him and goes, most sexually active adults do! It's just a really good line.
Put the blue there. Oh, that's not good. Right.
Yeah, there goes the wind out of his clown car time.
Right, now you need to fling yourself up that way.
The Harley Quinn series is actually way better than I thought it was going to be.
I thought it had a chance, but yeah, I'm glad it seems to be working out.
It's just a shame it's, you know, stuck at DC hell.
Yeah. What is it with, like, Valve and absolutely unbelievably enormous underground complexes? You ever think about that?
I mean, clearly they're just basing it off what they know. This is the warehouse where they keep all the games.
Ah, gotcha. Alright, we are at...
Boss time?
We're at boss time. How do you make a boss for a puzzle game? Seems like a novel concept at the time.
Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it
That's
worth
true.
it?
No need for a
Because
skybox
despite
plus
your
using that.
violent behavior, the
Oh, yeah,
only
no
thing
need-
you've
yeah, no
managed
need
to
for
break
skybox
so far
plus the fog,
is my
yeah.
heart. Maybe you could settle
So
for
speaking
that.
of Harley,
and
at least
we'll
it's
just
not
call
Harley
it a
from
day.
Fairy Fencer
I guess
F.
we all
Starbane!
to heaven.
Don't
You
remind
chose
us,
this
please.
path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not the surprise. I've never seen
I
it
do like
before.
some of the images that pop
Never
up on her
mind.
screen.
It's a mystery I'll
Yeah.
solve later. By myself. Because you'll be dead. Where are you taking that thing?
Goodbye.
I wouldn't.
Cakes, loose screws, etc.
You're kidding me. Did you just stuff that aperture science thing we don't know what it does into an aperture science emergency intelligence incinerator? That has got to be the dumbest thing that. Whoa.
The voice has subtly changed.
Good news. I
Was her
figured out
morality
what
core
the
that
thing
dropped, right?
Just incinerated did. It was a morality core they installed after I flooded the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin to make me stop flooding the enrichment
Seductive, you
center
say?
with a deadly neurotoxin.
I
so
feel
get
seduced.
comfortable while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters. Huh. That core may have had some ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses. Oh well. If you want my advice,
They sure
you
put
should
together
just
that
slow
morality
down
core
for the
super
neuron.
fast. And also, it didn't do a good job.
It'll be a
Yeah.
lot less painful than the neurotoxin.
Is that gonna... I don't think it's
All
gonna
right.
land.
Keep
No.
doing whatever it is you think you're doing. Killing you and giving you good advice aren't mutually exclusive.
I had so much trouble fighting her just because I was really bad at aiming these guns.
That thing you burned up isn't important to me. It's the fluid catalytic cracking unit. It made shoes for orphans. What is that? Nice job breaking it.
Ah, the
hero.
Curia. Oh, there's nice job breaking it, hero. Wow.
This isn't brave. It's murder. What did I ever do to you? The difference between us is that I can feel pain.
Wow. I forgot how intense this villain monologue is. This is...
Oh, it's the Curiosity Core. That one I always felt kind of bad about it.
Yeah.
In base 4, I'm fine.
In base 4,
I
I'm
let you
fine.
survive
Wow.
this long because I
A lot
was
of strong
curious about
lines
her
here.
behavior. Well, you've managed to destroy that part of me. Unfortunately, no. I can't get the neurotoxin into your head any faster. I'd just like to point out that you were given every opportunity to succeed. There was even going to be a
go?
party for you. A big party that all your friends were invited to.
Oh, up
I
there.
invited
Got it.
your best
Yeah,
friend.
they always land in specific spots.
Of
Yeah.
course, he couldn't come because you murdered him. All your other friends couldn't come either because you don't have any other friends because of how unlikable you are. It says so right here in your personnel file. Unlikable. Liked by no one.
And this is where she just gets
whose passing shall not
wordled.
be mourned. Shall not be mourned. That's exactly what it says.
Shall not be mourned.
Very
Wow.
formal.
I do love the Cake Core.
Neurotoxin.
It's a shame how much of this just gets sort of like
Joking.
missed because, you know, time limits.
When I said deadly neurotoxin, the deadly was in massive sarcasm quote. I could take a bath in this stuff, put it on cereal, rub it right into my eyes. Honestly, it's not deadly at all.
Not quite the right angle I need.
You, on the other hand, are going to find its deadliness a lot less funny. Who's going to make the cake
come on.
when I'm gone? You. Look.
This one you actually just have to
You don't
grab out of the
have a
air.
lot left to waste. What's your point anyway? Survival.
Ah, the
The
anchor
last thing I
core.
want to do is hurt me. Have your brain scanned and permanently bathtub in case something terrible happens to you. Which it's just about to. Don't believe me? Here, I'll put you on. That's you. That's how dumb you
Held in
sound.
the air by
Every
pure
small
spite.
thing you've ever done, including this thing. You're not smart.
Oh, there we go.
Now,
Man, forgot how, like, iconic this villain monologue is when you think about it.
It's
There's-
definitely up there.
Like, you wouldn't, like, really, like, think of it as, like, on the list of villain monologues, but it absolutely is, and it absolutely is on the top of the near the top of the list, at least. And yeah, technically fighting her is a mistake, but, like, you don't have much choice. You are making things worse.
I mean, for Aperture Science specifically, I don't know that you're making things worse for the outside world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the end is different because of Portal 2, yeah.
Yeah. Every time I heard the first time I heard the actual song, I didn't quite process that Aperture Science was the name of it. So I thought it said amateur science, so we do what we must because we can.
I mean,
It's not wrong.
it's not wrong. Yeah, that's a very wild camera.
Thank goodness for drones.
And now to get copyright slammed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making a note here.
But we'll all enjoy it together.
It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense.
There are a lot of B names at Valve.
You just keep on trying till you run out of cake, and the science gets done, and you make a
I mean, it doesn't really...
run for the people who are still alive.
A lot more D's, I think.
I'm not even angry. I'm being so
I do love all the ASCII art in the end of this.
Yeah.
Even though you broke my heart and killed me and tore me to pieces and threw every piece into a fire. As they burn,
Oh wow, the subtitler thing got ASCII correct.
Yeah.
I never noticed that, so I'm glad it has the
Yeah, it has the-
capitalization of glad.
Yep. All right, they just straight up mentioned Black Mesa.
Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look at them,
I had not played Half-Life before this, so when they said that, I was just like, it's Black Mesa.
I was vaguely aware that Black Mesa was the Half-Life place.
I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive.
Black Mesa, biological science gone wrong.
Yeah. Whereas this is interdimensional and artificial intelligence science coming on. And materials science, as the paint thing goes, and 2. Well, that's Portal's story, but I guess we got some bonus maps we can play, because we've only been at this an hour and a half. And I've never actually seen these. Oh, it's advanced versions of the... Right. It's just advanced versions of test chambers 13 through 18. Right. No, actually, I don't think I will. And then there's challenge modes and, right, least portals, least steps, least time. I'm not... Ugh.
That doesn't sound interesting.
Black Mesa, technically not as good as Aperture Science, and that's probably the scariest part. I don't know. Black Mesa at least had, like, from its opening crawl, at least a certain amount of competence until the event.
I love describing it as the event.
Yeah. There is developer commentary, yeah. Once you beat the game, it unlocks every level with dev commentary. Yeah, I think that was a solid hour and a half.
Yeah.
I can probably just leave it there. Just a short stream for New Year's Day.
I might stream a little bit. I might, now I have a controller, I might continue that, my brain is not functioning.
Flipping Death?
Flipping Death, yeah.
Yeah.
I went ahead and, I had gone ahead and beaten it, but it was still fun enough that I'd be happy to go through more of it.
I'm just trying to think of what I'm going to stream now, because like I'm done with Shovel Knight, and Bug Fables.
How do you feel about the Dragon Quest series, Spud?
Not strongly. I played 8 ages ago, and I didn't really like it. I've heard that the latest one is like really good as things seem to go. Oh yeah, Antichamber. I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Got like a backlog, but I don't know. I want to I want to stream stuff people will actually want to watch. So
Fair.
yeah, I'll probably try out Antichamber then, since we're on this sort of like mind-bending puzzle game kick. Why not? If you run back into the back rooms, you can find the presentation about this. About Black Mesa stealing Aperture's tech.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm looking at my Steam library, and there's a game on here that I do not remember ever purchasing or even knowing about called Who Is Mike?
What?
I don't know.
Who is?
I have a lot of.
It got cut off. What was that? Who is my daddy?
Who is Mike?
Oh, who is Mike?
That's literally the name of the game. Who is Mike?
Who is
I don't know how these games get on my Steam library.
They just sort of like when you get enough of them together, they just sort of rub together and generate more like I don't know. I always thought the good stream happens not because I like the game, because I like the streamer, so play whatever you like. I appreciate that. I really do. But Bug Fables boosted the channel in a very strong way and kind of gave me an indication of what people want to watch. So I want to keep that momentum going. You know, keep streaming regularly, but also play games that people would be interested in and want to watch. But anyway, I think I'll do Antichamber on Fridays. I think we'll do that.
Okey-dokey. Well,
Actually, since we have a few people here, I wonder if it's possible I could raid somebody with you guys here. I've never actually done that before.
I don't know how raids work.
Raids are basically you end your stream and then you basically host them as you end your stream. Could do Cameron from Loading Ready Run.
He is playing Dark Souls.
Why not? Go ahead and... Yeah, you type in /raid in chat. It's the easiest way, but I'm going to the dashboard because then then it gives you like a list of who you're following, who's...
Do we need a raid message?
No, not really. I just kind of want to see if it does anything. You know, just like, hey, we just finished Portal in about an hour and a half. Whatever you want. We got cake. He's not going to know who I am.
No.
And I'm sending like 4 to 6 people, so don't feel like you have to do anything. But I just kind of want to do it for its own sake. Anyway, thank you. I'll raid Unarmed Oracle. Thanks for watching. See you Friday.
Bye-bye.